You're watching KIDK Eyewitness News 3.
What drives people to want to know where they come from? With the help of DNA testing kits like Ancestry DNA, MyHeritage DNA, and 23andMe, the popularity of discovering your genetic genealogy has exploded in recent years. So why the sudden interest? I went to a local family history center to find out.
I think a lot of people don't realize the blessings that come from being involved in your family history.
It's kind of addictive. It's like reading a good book and you don't want to put it down.
Just a couple of the responses you'll get when you visit any family history center. But there has to be more. Why do people search the past so much when it comes to their family? David Magleby and his wife are the directors of the Rexburg Family History Center. I asked him that very question as he showed me around.
I usually think about the quote by Alex Haley, the author of Roots. When I'm thinking about this notion, he says, there's in each of us a hunger, marrow deep, to know our heritage, to know who we are and where we came from. And I think that hunger is innate in each of us and draws people here to a place like this.
He says we are seeking connections, a sense of belonging to something. And beyond gathering the answers to who am I and where did I come from?
We're seeking treasures, we're detectives, we're just trying to uncover stories. And yeah, that's really the work. It's exciting. There's a hint around the next corner. If you can unlock that, then more and new things come along.
But sometimes the paper trail reaches a dead end. That could be why the recent popularity of these DNA test kits. More companies are coming out with their own versions of the genetic test kits, like MyHeritage and 23andMe and Ancestry.com. They may hold the answers to worlds previously unknown, or they may just be a fun way to verify family history already matched and discovered.
It matched up to what my grandparents told me, so.
Lindsay Kerr used an Ancestry.com kit. She already knows a lot about her family history and where her family line originates from, but she wanted to see if anything unknown pops up.
It's simple, it's fun, it's convenient, and it might surprise you. For me, it was spot on, but with my sister, she found out that she has more of this family line that we didn't even know came from. She has a lot of Spain in her, and we don't know where that came from. So it might surprise you. You might think you know about your family history, but you actually don't.
From a family history perspective, this DNA opens up wonderful opportunities to make connections that are now biological and scientific, as opposed to we can't find the journal or we can't find the birth record. Well, okay, scientifically we can start to make matches and connections that just weren't there before.
Sometimes there are no journals or birth records or other hard evidence to go on, like in the case of Brandon Anderson. He was adopted and just wants to know more about his biological family.
There's no way for me to find any information off the birth certificate or the adoption agency that my parents went through. So this is a good way for anyone like me that would like to find out more.
Beyond family genealogy, Anderson says he would like to know some medical history, not just for him, but also for his children.
Obviously, there's that slim chance that they can actually tell me who my biological parents are in my lifetime, to find out who they were and what kind of lives they led.
As far as accuracy, Magleby is personally convinced the science is solid. His sister wondered about the kits and took multiple tests from multiple vendors, and side by side, they came up exactly the same. His own family has been able to make new connections because of the DNA kits, where the paper trail didn't exist. So he thinks the DNA kits are here to stay and will work hand in hand with genealogy searching.
This is going to become fairly seamless. That's going to be the idea of take the paper trail as far as it goes, and then we're going to extend that through this scientific DNA research. I think it's just going to take us to places we've never been able to be before.
Okay, I want you to take a look at this graphic right here. Number of people in the millions, okay? The darker color, here's the years, the last several years. The darker color is Ancestry.com. The lighter color is all other testing companies. And you can see 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, there was a spike both in Ancestry.com and the other companies that do things like this. In fact, Ancestry.com is based in Utah. and it announced at the beginning of this year that it has tested more than 7 million people, including 2 million just during the last 4 months of 2017. Now, Magleby tells me with these DNA kits and computers with increased data storage and the ability we have to communicate globally, genealogy becomes really exciting and takes on a whole new meaning. The kits range in price from $100 to $120, including shipping. As for Anderson, we talked with him before when he just sent off his DNA sample and he has not yet got the results back.